Just a little friendly neighborhood reminder at the local Cracker Barrel as we stop to get breakfast here. It says, lock your car and remove your valuables. One of those places similar to Walmart that it's a safe place for overnight camping, RV parking, and I guess they should follow the same rules of being careful and cautious and locking their vehicle too, because I don't think that they provide any security for overnight stays. However, I did see something shocking, something very crazy. This massive RV overnight camping park exposed at a local Walmart. It's cool they got outdoor seating. Oh, you want one? Do you want one?
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
I never had the meatloaf here before. Might have to give it a shot.
Thank you. That's mine. Can you put the mac and cheese in it?
Right here.
Thank you. We're just need silverware.
Oh, I forgot we don't have silver. I will get that right now.
Thank you very much.
So have you ever been to Cracker Barrel and had a bad experience?
One time. Atlanta one. But this one was probably the best so far.
Oh, you can go if you want.
I'm not taking coffee in there. There's nowhere to set it. I'll be right back.
There you go.
Thank you.
So the kid said, how long have we been going? And apparently it's only been like 5 days.
Yeah, we've done a lot in 5
But
days.
she says a business week.
Which is true. Which is accurate. It is a business week.
All right, time to hit the road again for our next destination. We do need to get fuel though,
Okay.
while we can,
Okay.
just to make things easier.
I was going to say, what do you mean while we can? But I guess you mean while we're on this exit?
Yeah, so we don't get stuck like somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh man, will you look at my car?
They can't see.
Do you see what happened?
can.
Look at this. That car wash did not last at all.
Oh no. Surprised you thought it would.
That car wash has been spent. All these bug guts and body parts all over.
At least it's only bug guts.
It's not in your car.
Yeah. So I guess the big problem here is I need to get to this pump. You know why?
Low tire?
But do you know why?
From all the crappy roads in Illinois?
Probably. But do you know?
Or from the valet hopping the curb? at
all
the hotel?
all good guesses. All really good guesses. But really, the answer is because what happened? Do you remember what happened yesterday
What happened yesterday
in Chicago?
in Chicago?
That is not happening today or tomorrow where we're headed.
Rain?
Colder temperatures.
Oh, colder temperatures. That's true.
So what happens when you have that temperature drop is
The tires
the tire-
inflate, deflate kind of thing?
well, you know, as the tires heat up, they the pressure, you get expansion. So as you start driving, which is why you don't want to inflate to the max when they're cold, because they will heat up. But when the temperature drops, then you lose pressure. But to the point at which you can actually lose, it's almost like a leak, but not really. But the density of the air is thinner.
I remember in the winter, I would get in the car and it would say I was like at like 29 PSI and it's supposed to be like 33 or 34 before the Jeep tires. And I would just have to let them roll for like 20 minutes because I'd always think, oh no, I need to go by Discount Tire and get air put in. And by the time I got there, it was at 33 or 34 and I'm like, oh, it's just because of the air temperature. My bad.
Right, yeah. So, but the other thing is, Lower pressure actually gives you greater traction in certain situations. So like your Jeep, or if you went rock crawling or something.
Oh, let some air out.
Let the air out, and ultimately it'll give you a wider footprint.
I remember that though from when we would go to, where was it? Atlanta Motor Speedway?
We go to Barber, we go any track really.
Yeah, you'd let some air out so that you had better traction as you were going.
But then, and that was one of the features built into that Earth Roamer, that $1 million Earth Roamer.
You had just all 4 tires, right?
Yeah, and actually 6. I think that thing was a dually. But regardless, you get the point. But
I'm glad you said regardless and not irregardless.
But lower tire pressure can actually give you a more comfortable ride. The higher the pressure, the bumps, you'll feel a little bit more.
I noticed that in the Jeep. As soon as I get air put in the tires, they're like, oh, we went about 2 PSI higher, so you have whatever. And I'm like, oh, it's because you want to make this the most unenjoyable ride possible afterwards, because you feel absolutely everything. And then you hear it more too.
But then the other thing is that you get better gas mileage with higher pressure.
Why is that? Is it because the tires aren't gripping as much, giving you more like downforce? Is that right? Is that the right kind of wording?
But either way, man, now my hands are crazy dirty.
I was about to say, you're gonna be gross.
I'll take the gas mileage. I'll take the trade-off for gas mileage, because when we're not in sport, so when we get on the highway, I take it out of sport, and we're able to get over 400 miles to the tank.
As long as you're not using cruise control, because that's where you lose your mileage also.
But we still get way better mileage than being in sport.
That's true.
But the cruise
especially
control,
without me driving,
cruise control,
I'll hit that gas like nobody's business.
oh yeah, for sure. But the
zippity
cruise,
doo-dah
I
over here.
think we're gonna be able to do at least 80 the rest of the way. But
So when I came out earlier to get the sweatshirt for the kid before we started eating, it was chilly out here, and I thought to myself, maybe I should also get my sweatshirt. Oh, so sorry. And then now I'm standing here in the sun and my shoulders are on fire.
yeah, that cold weather's, we're done.
So you don't have to do the back tires, just the front?
No, the back was good.
Okay.
The back was good. Plus, I want my steering tires to be optimum pressure.
I had my door open and I didn't realize I was blocking this lady from getting into her car.
But this morning when I got the car, the back was at 40 and the front was at 35.
Oh, that's a nice difference.
So
Why are my shoulders on fire?
I don't know why I had such a pressure drop on just the fronts. But the fronts they were already like 2 pounds lower than the back before. So.
Totally off topic. I wonder if there's Primark anywhere besides Chicago.
Oh, this is dirty now?
Yeah, it's dirty now.
So I can just like...
No, you cannot just
It's the inside.
That's not the
It's
same
the
thing.
inside.
That's my Squirrel Tribe
You're gonna
favorite
wash
sweatshirt.
it anyway.
Then wipe your hands on the inside of the back. I swear, if you even think about it.
We gotta wash clothes.
They're delicious.
Where we gonna wash clothes at?
Whatever Airbnb we get next.
Shut up. Just clothes. Not you. Thing.
Only I would laugh at that. All right, let me explain to you what needs to happen. Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, and any other coffee place need to transfer out their cups, get rid of their cups, and go for the Cracker Barrel coffee cup, because this thing is blazing hot from like 30 minutes ago. It is ridiculous. Whereas everybody else is 15 minutes in, you're like, oh, iced coffee, just what I wanted.
Or maybe Cracker Barrel needs to find a simple and easy way to sell coffee.
That too. Now, I will say though, these are styrofoam, and I think styrofoam is worse for the planet than the paper cups that you're gonna get from the other places, so it makes sense. No, I think Dunkin' Donuts does have styrofoam, but not Cracker Barrel style.
So the cup is super effective. Is the coffee any good?
Yeah, the coffee's, I would get Cracker Barrel coffee over Starbucks coffee any day.
Really?
I don't like Starbucks coffee.
Neither do I.
No.
I don't like Chick-fil-A's coffee either.
Chick-fil-A's coffee is absolute trash. I hate it.
Side note, 486 and 9/10 for Supreme Plus 93 octane, which someone said high test. I just use regular. Well,
When your
according
engine calls
to Porsche's requirements,
Yes.
that's not really an option. Now, granted, it says unleaded fuel only, premium 91. So theoretically, I could use
mid?
91
Yeah.
if they had it.
Yeah.
But they don't. They have 87, they have 89, and they have 93.
I don't ever see 91 very often.
Sometimes you'll find it, Or you could do like a 87 or 89 and put the octane boost in it. But here's the kicker.
What if you just did 87, a little bit 87, a little bit 93? If it divided down the middle.
It's a splash.
A splash and a splash.
It's like when you make the bartender at the bars that just put a little splash in.
I feel like it evens out.
Actually, you could, because when people were running E85, they'd have this gauge that would tell them like however much.
Yeah, how much was
gas, like whatever 93 they had, or E85 blend, or if they wanted to go high octane 100 plus or whatever. But this car is tuned. It's got a different map on it.
Yeah.
493.
Yeah.
It's not a 91 map. It's a 93 map.
Yeah.
So, at the expense of having to replace this engine, which would probably cost, I don't know, $25,000, I'll pay a little bit extra for 93.
Yeah. For the gas pumps to be open when the inside is not open. I think that's what it means when it says. Because it says, warning, no smoking, duh, stop engine, duh. It is unlawful and dangerous for anyone to dispense gasoline into unapproved containers. So I guess, your Chick-fil-A cup, not an approved location.
Plastic bags.
But, oh God, that one lady in that video, jeez, poor thing.
I thought Asian people were supposed to be smart.
It is unlawful and dangerous to dispense gasoline. I think the rest of it said without an attendant on duty, but you drove away before I could finish reading.
Shoot, my bad.
Yeah.
You should learn to read faster.
You should learn to drive slower.
So you said the only way in is through the back?
Yeah, the only way in is through the back. Also the only way out. It's weird how that works.
On this gas station,
on this gas station. Front, side.
On the main road.
Which I feel like probably hurts them.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Or at least they should have a sign, because I changed lanes just because.
You didn't realize?
Well, I didn't want to go down here and get stuck and couldn't get in. Actually, I need to go.
You better beat him. Beat the semi.
But.
So many holes in the ground.
Yeah, so they're building this Hard Rock over here.
Hard Rock Casino.
Let's see.
I'm gonna say when it'll be open.
Y'all can't see it.
Y'all
can't see it. Y'all just see a little ape over it. They're building this Hard Rock over
Casino.
here. So maybe they'll redo.
No, because I mean they're already starting to build up something over here on this corner. But can you imagine that Cracker Barrel we just went to? Literally everybody and their mama was in there. There were every single table was full. Big families too.
I want to talk about the threat here.
It's hot. Burn my face.
I want to talk about the threat here in the parking lot situation and the dangers and risks that Cracker Barrel warns with their signage. Lock your car, take your valuables with you. But first, we need to talk about Cracker Barrel.
We do need to talk about Cracker Barrel.
This Cracker Barrel, it's a Sunday, and we showed up around 12:30 on a Sunday. Now, granted,
church time.
We are in the Midwest. We're heading northwest, and it's kind of like maybe the crowd is a little different, but I feel like if a Cracker Barrel exists somewhere, there's a church nearby.
Oh yes, obviously I can see the steeple right over there.
There's a church nearby, and when church lets out, they're going to show up
in your Sunday finest,
which we saw. And
I gotta say, I like it when you see older, however this sounds, I don't care. Older black gentlemen in like the 3-piece suit and the hat. It's so classy looking. I absolutely love it. I don't know why. It's got like a whole different feel to me, and I don't even know what to do with that, but I love it.
Flossing, looking fresh.
So fresh.
Dressed to the nines.
Yes, I love it. And then
looking
the ladies.
Sharp.
The ladies, when they have the hats that have like the little parakeet and foliage on top.
Foliage,
I don't know what to call it.
Not foliage.
Foliage.
Got tinfoil foliage. Foliage.
That's a whole new tinfoil hat kind of thing.
So
we're not going east of Chicago. We're going west Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Right?
This is kind of a really weird looking.
And then if you're going the wrong way, you just jump up and go whee,
whee. So Cracker Barrel.
You
walk in. Well, actually, I told you to go and put our name on the list.
I didn't even go inside to put my name on the list.
You were like, no, come on.
So what had happened was, as I was walking up, I noticed the gentleman standing outside the doors with the podium to put names down and whatever else. And I started talking to him before I even got there. You just testing to see how fast you can go? I'm not going to tell him what you just did. So I walk up and I'm like, hi, how are you? And he's like, oh, hi, how are you? Super smiles. I'm like, man, you got the best job. You get to hang out here in the nice breeze. And it was lovely out. And he was like, this is my favorite place to be. And I said, how long is a wait for 3? He said, that depends. Do you want to sit? Hey, tires are all 41. Good job. He said, do you want to sit inside or outside? And I said, preferably inside. He goes, oh man, are you sure? Outside's my favorite. And I was like, I know, me too. But I like to people watch from the inside. So he's like, go ahead, go on in. No wait.
No wait.
No wait.
However, it was slammed.
Slammed. I feel like, so I do want to say that for the wrong people who got sat where we got sat, it could have gone badly for the server.
What I want to say is, I was going to ask you, when we were sitting there waiting, would it have been better to wait and be sat, or sit and wait without service?
So here's the thing: the hostess, with the mostest that sat us, should have said, I'm going to seat you now. Your server just got sat with a large party, so it will be a moment before they get to you, to give you that heads up acknowledgement, right? But what happened was the server gave you the heads up acknowledgement. He turns around and says, I'll be with you guys in just a moment. Please forgive me for the wait or whatever else, because he was busy with a large table. And that made everything perfectly fine, in my opinion.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yes. I will say not everybody is of the same mind frame. There are people out there who want things now, and if you don't get it, they turn pissy and then, either complain or treat their server like crap. Those people should just stay home and never go out to eat, in my opinion. You have to have a little bit of patience in life. And I would think after the last couple of years, people should have more patience now than before, based off of having to sit around and do nothing for like a year. You know what I mean?
Do nothing.
But to me, our server was amazing.
Oh yeah, he was good.
His name is Marshall, by the way.
His name's Marshall.
If you go to the Lyford, I don't know what city we're in. It's off Lyford,
Costco.
Whatever. Oh, there's the Costco. I knew there was a Costco. It's off Lyford.
Chicago, Redford.
Lyford, Lyford.
Rockford? Is it Redford or Rockford?
Rockford? What? What are you talking about?
You saw that sign. It said
There's an adventure park.
It said Chicago, Rockford, or Chicago, Redford, or something on the sign.
Oh, it should be Rockford.
The Pepsi plant.
I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff out here, but that Cracker Barrel packed
Slammed.
Slammed.
Now the difference being that one was slammed and they had the staff.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas we've been to other Cracker Barrels that were busy, not completely seated, but they don't have either the wait staff or the kitchen staff or both.
Now I will say that the places where we have gone where that has been an issue, there seems to be way more job opportunities, way more places to get jobs.
Oh, so over here,
it doesn't seem
you gonna
like
work at
as
the
much.
Pepsi plant, or you gonna go?
Basically, I feel like when you have less job locations, you have a better chance of being fully staffed, as opposed to there's 85 other places you can go get a job. Then it kind of makes it so that everybody's a little spread thin, but everybody has somebody in theory.
Now I thought the girl up front was messing with me because I needed another fork. I go up and say, hey, do y'all have any silverware? And the girl goes, no, we don't have any silverware. And I'm like, okay. She was Hispanic, so I'm assuming maybe she didn't understand what I was saying. So the other two white girls behind her, I was like, you got any silverware? And the other one's like, no, we don't. One of them says yes, turns around to the bucket with all the silverware and hands it to me. I thought she was messing with me. I thought it was like,
no,
we don't want your kind around here. No. She goes, I just refilled it.
Oh.
Which is why we didn't have silverware when we sat down.
Okay, I thought you were going to say maybe she was younger and only knows of forks, knives, and spoons and doesn't know the word silverware. Like, that's possible
Anything's
too.
possible.
So that's what I was going to say.
But no.
Or she was messing with you like, no, we serve food, but we don't have forks. You know what I mean? Because that would have been my go.
They just refilled the bucket.
Hey, look, we're back into the Cruise America rental RVs. Remember we used to do those all last summer?
Yeah, we did. We need to check and see if they have Class A.
Yeah, lowercase a is preferably.
So, anyway.
Anyways.
The experience was good.
Yes, the experience was great. Not fine. My food was freaking tasty.
There was nothing wrong. There was no problem. Disaster, averted.
Yeah.
Don't worry. It's not an SHTF moment. You don't have to prepare for anything. It was normal.
I should have prepared with stretchy shorts, though, because I got full because of this button.
Stretchy pants.
Yeah, stretchy pants.
But I'm glad we stopped there. I didn't want to eat at Main Event. I didn't want to eat at Top Golf. I didn't want to eat.
No, same.
I almost would have did Top Golf, but their food's not that great.
Their mac and cheese bites are fantastic.
I'm not gonna get full on mac and cheese bites.
I can.
And then make the rest of this drive. I told you about the plumbing. You
no.
Mess around with all that pizza.
I'm the one. I just had chicken and dumplings and mac and cheese and coleslaw, but also some fried okra. So good. was very difficult not to order breakfast at Cracker Barrel. And then I was like, you know how much you like the lunch and you never ever get it. It is 12:30. Do it. So I did.
So, speaking of this Cruise America, this is a Class B.
That's a C.
C, my bad, rental.
So wait. My bad equates to I was wrong for you. I was right for me. Is that what my bad equates to? Trying to find some smartest way to get around that. All right, continue on.
My bad. I allowed you to join me on this trip. So there's a Class C, but there was a Cracker Barrel is one of those places where you can park overnight. Mm-hmm. So if you had a Class C, if you had a Class B, you had a Class A. That'd be somewhere to park. Now, granted, you're not going to have water, you're not going to have sewer, you're not going to have a dump station, you're not going to have electrical power.
But you'll be the first in line when they open up for breakfast.
You know, you're right. But then you would think, like, odds are you're probably going to make your own breakfast inside in the kitchen. Maybe.
We could have had every single fixin' possible. We still would have stood in line at Cracker Barrel. Because it's Cracker Barrel.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say you can get out, like your robe and slippers and just put your name on the list. But if you're that early, like, there's no wait. So you literally could go inside Cracker Barrel and eat breakfast in your pajamas. And then go back into your rig.
This sounds like a we should do kind of thing.
So, which the kid would enjoy because sometimes she just wears pajamas all the time. She just wants
pajama pants all day long.
But there was something that just happened. I need to pull up the link that I just sent you earlier because there's some major thing going on. Now, granted, I think Cracker Barrel hasn't changed, but like Walmart, in some instances, Walmart stopped letting people park in their parking lot because of a fire. It was a deadly fire that happened. But what was that? Pull up
first
first link.
The Fool.com investing?
Pull it up. I don't remember. Pull it up. Read it.
So this one says, want $10,000 in annual dividend income, invest $94,000 in these 5 high yield stocks.
Next link.
I was about to say
that's a different video.
That doesn't sound like
I know
this one.
you guys don't care about investing. So.
YouTuber exposes 20 plus overnight campers at the Walmart RV park. It's that word exposes that. Don't understand.
Expose is not exposing shouldn't be considered bad. Just in general.
Just in general. Okay. Do you want me to read this?
Yeah.
Give them an inch and they'll take a mile. RVers can't get enough of free camping.
The NSX. You don't
Old
really
or
see
new?
the new ones. You don't really see them. So let's just say I exposed to several people how they're able to live a lifestyle in which they can earn money working from home online and potentially travel and generate income, multiple ways of monetization. I exposed them to that lifestyle. I exposed them to the opportunity and the ways in which that could happen. It's not a bad thing.
I know. I think it's the way this one's stated that puts the negative connotation to the word exposed.
All right.
Okay. So, RVers can't get enough of free camping at Walmarts across the USA. This morning, a YouTuber documented the situation on her cell phone and posted the video on YouTube. Whole thing?
No, you don't have to read the whole thing, but the when I read it, at first I was thinking, I've seen this video, but they mentioned a different YouTuber. They mentioned a different channel name. And then I went to the channel name, I couldn't find the video. Mm-hmm. So you can get out of there. I sent you some screenshots, and the screenshots are of the video that I saw.
Okay.
What was that first screenshot?
This one?
Yeah. What's that? What does it say?
The journey north begins. 100 vehicles sleeping at Walmart.
100. And that was Van City Van Life?
Uh-huh.
100. What does it look like? Is it all variety of different?
Yeah, there's cars in there. It looks like tour buses for 2 of them. Then you have like Class C's, some Class B's.
So what's going on?
Well, the whole thing, 100 vehicles sleeping at Walmart. I wonder if it's really 100 vehicles sleeping at Walmart, or some people are just happen to be parked there and they're overnight stalkers, and the rest are actual people hanging out at Walmart.
Okay. What's the next shot?
The next thing says.
Oh, Rockton. Maybe it's Rockton.
I don't know what this is. Squamish, BC, Canada?
Right. Okay. That's where it was.
Okay.
British Columbia. Canada.
Then, because the other one says in the USA.
Oh, okay.
The girls' video says USA.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe that's why. Let me pull
I
that
wonder
one back
how
up.
far we'll be from Squamish.
This one says,
maybe we
yeah,
could stop by
camping
there.
at Walmarts across the USA.
Or maybe we can stop. Or maybe this happens at all Walmarts in Canada. We got to hit up a Walmart in Canada.
Okay. I mean, I need to go to Walmart and Target anyway for some stuff.
So what's
The next one is a pinned comment.
Okay, what does it
Okay.
say?
This says Walmart here in Penticton, I don't know, doesn't allow overnight camping. Even on iOverlander, a lot of the free camping spots have been closed and no overnight camping signs are up. This is all because a small group of people have been squatting at Walmart parking lots. It really sucks for me as I'm new to having a van.
So iOverlander is an app
Yes.
that marks on the map different places that you could potentially camp or park or stealth camp or whatever. It gives you reviews and information. Some of these areas are like somewhat remote and desolate, so you really need to know how to navigate, you know, on these dirt roads and these trails to get where you're going.
Yeah.
And Overland is a great app. But again, Walmart, not entirely, obviously, but has started pulling back on being a place where you can park and camp overnight.
Well, I can understand why. That whole give an inch, take a mile thing, one night is what it's meant for. It's not meant for you to set up camp there for your family for a month and turn that into your home.
Yeah.
Because then it sets a bad tone for that Walmart, for the people, the shoppers, and everybody else.
Well, you know, it was funny because when I was reading if I could take my drone on the Carnival cruise ship, it was like, no. And it says, you know, one bad drone pilot can ruin it for everybody. So apparently somebody did something that they shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
And then now nobody can do it. And
I'm going to assume they were trying to peek into windows.
This is a similar situation.
Yeah.
It was a great resource for those who really needed it and could utilize it. And now if you do it, you're trespassing and, you know, potentially face legal ramifications.
Yeah. You want the next one?
Yeah.
Every year, more and more homeless people live in vans.
Yeah.
I mean...
And we clarified, homeless.
Yeah.
Homeless.
Now, because this is based out of British Columbia.
Unhoused.
It does say the huge population of RVers could be because of the fires around BC. Because this is in the time, 9 days ago, that's when the massive fires were going around Canada. Weirdly,
Parts of Canada.
Massive spread, but all started at the same time. But that's not what we're talking about. The manager of the Walmart might be being kind enough to those displaced by the fires to camp out there until they can go home. Best to always check inside of the Walmart. I would do the same thing as well. I would rather see, a lot of people say ask for forgiveness, not permission. Well, when it comes to having my way of living towed in the middle of the night while I'm sleeping in it, I don't want to wait and ask, is that another Costco? No, it's Staples.
Okay.
I would much rather go inside and say, can I speak to management, not the cashier, not whoever's running the return
I want to speak
desk.
to your manager, B.
Can I talk to the manager and then say, this is the situation. Is there an area in the parking lot that I could park for the evening, as opposed to just doing it and then it being incorrect or against the law or whatever, and you wake up to the police knocking on the side of your RV or getting towed in the middle of the night or something.
Just don't dump your black water into the storm sewer catch basin.
I wouldn't dump anything just
because
because
the shitter's full.
Now I want to watch National Lampoon.
Was there another comment?
Oh, I don't think so, but let me double check.
I can't remember if there was.
Nope, that was it.
So yeah, maybe we can check out the Walmarts when we get to Canada and see if there's a bunch of RVers camping out.
Okay.
I was gonna say something. Oh, it was like when we were in Seattle, and there was nowhere for us to really park the van.
Correct.
But the managers
At the hotel.
the hotel manager and the valet manager was like, "No, I got you, bro.
We'll figure it out.
I got you, bro.
Yeah. Because there was nowhere that would fit.
I got you, bro."
Did you want to say it again? There was nowhere the van would fit in their parking area, and it wouldn't fit in the little the pay for parking lot right next to
And
it. It was almost impossible to get
plus, that little parking spot lot was being used by all the construction workers.
because they were doing construction. So our Class B, although it's not big, it's tall, so it doesn't fit in a lot of overhead parking and things like that. So what they did was we willingly gave them the keys.
Because they had a hotel van
Yeah.
that had similar Sprinter van.
Yeah. So they would just move us forwards and backwards depending on what needed to park where and who needed to get through and things like that. And that way we were able to stay in a hotel room for the night so we could shower and sleep in real beds for both of us, all three of us, and whatnot.
Worked out just fine.
And have AC. Worked out just fine. But it's because we went in and asked. We talked to him.
And we're celebrities.
That probably had nothing to do with anything. But okay.
I think they recognize you.
Not at all. You do that all the time. It's not true.
Watch, the next place we go, somebody's gonna recognize you.
Doubtful.
Want to bet?
Is pinky swearing how you bet? I don't think it's how you bet. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to shake on that. Oh, God. Okay.